Everything explained in this video is summarized from the CoinMarketCap. And also, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for future XRP news and some other cryptocurrency news in general. Now, take a look at this. Gensler exit won't stop SEC appeal. What Form C and Jan 15 mean for the case? Before we move further, there is a new crypto airdrop now taking place on Telegram, which is about to launch on the 28th of November this month. Please make sure you participate in this airdrop. The link is in the description of the video. Don't miss out on this. Now let's continue with our video. Pro XRP lawyers John Deaton, Jeremy Hogan, and James Murphy discussed Ripple and the lawsuit in depth. After Donald Trump won the election, internet rumors concerning SE Chair Gary Gensler's departure, the changes in the current appeals process are explained here. What is Form C? Jeremy described Form C filings, legal documents used in appeals. This involves the SEC's Ripple lawsuit appeal. This form tracks appeals and asks the CC to explain the case, their disagreeing ruling, and what they want changed. What is SEC appealing? SE mainly appeals to programmatic sales rulings. According to the court, XRP exchange sales are not securities transactions, which the SE disagrees with. They're also appealing individual defendant involvement in aiding and abetting charges. Unexpectedly, they are not appealing the disgorgement verdict. Why does it matter? This appeal is significant because the court's ruling could affect future digital asset cases like XRP. If the SEC prevails, exchange crypto sales may be restricted. Everyone awaits the case's outcome. Deaton discussed how the US presidential election could affect the SEC vs. Ripple case. He argued that if Vice President Harris had won, the Electoral College could have changed, which could have affected the appeal. However, Jeremy admitted this is guesswork. The elephant in the room, according to Jeremy, is a leadership shift if Donald Trump wins again. The CC's appeal may change if that happens. He joked about how hard it would be for an SEC lawyer working on the appeal now, knowing that January leadership changes may freeze the process. That lawyer may be working hard on a brief only to discover that the appeal may be irrelevant by January 15th. Following the latest appeal by the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, earlier this month, Ripple filed a cross appeal on October 10, 2024 in the ongoing legal struggle. The SEC and Ripple's appeals will now be considered jointly in a single case as a result of this cross appeal. Ripple contests the court's ruling. In its cross appeal, Ripple aims to reverse the court's ruling that there were no securities laws broken in the selling of XRP to investors. This is also in reaction to the court judgment that mandated Ripple pay $125 million for selling investors XRP. This fine is still far more than Ripple's $10 million offer, but it is substantially less than the SEC's previous $2 billion demand. Will Ripple be able to beat the SEC? Amid these continuing events, Stuart Alderety, the chief legal officer at Ripple, posted something on X that attracted a lot of interest from the cryptocurrency world. Alderety stated in a post on X that the SEC lost on every important point, which may be the cause of its most recent appeal. In addition, Ripple just filed a cross appeal to make sure they have addressed every potential concern in their legal dispute with the US SEC. However, according to Alderety, the CC might contend that XRP sales on exchanges and its payouts to developers and staff qualify as securities. He is certain that Ripple will prevail in the case once more based on the prior court ruling, and he expects the court will reject the SEC recent initiatives, especially those spearheaded by SEC Chair Gary Gensler. The opinion of CEO Brad Garlinghouse in light of all of this, Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple, claimed that the US SEC is merely attempting to create uncertainty and issues rather than provide clear regulations for the cryptocurrency sector. He went on to say, we're looking forward to concluding the SEC's fate and putting an end to the SEC's regulation by enforcement agenda with our cross appeal today. What is the response? Simply put, the Securities and Exchange Commission is a crooked organization. Both XRP and Ripple pose a clear and present threat to the commercial interests of the corporate affiliates of several top Securities and Exchange Commission employees. These SEC knew about us. Employees made use of their time at the SEC to provide as much fake positive regulatory clarity as possible regarding Bitcoin and Ethereum, while brazenly offering nothing but public uncertainty regarding Ripple and XRP. This continued right up until Chairman Clayton's very last day before leaving the job early, when he dropped the lawsuit and walked out the door. Since there is a pile of video proof of Vitalik Buterin doing the very same crime, Ethereum and their founder are at least as guilty of the same thing that Ripple is currently being tried for. On the other hand, top CC staff members made a public declaration that Ethereum is not a security, waited until the very last second before they left, and then dropped a lawsuit against Ripple that they wouldn't even be staying around to fight. On the other hand, I will provide you with a document that contains all of the nefarious particulars, but here are some highlights. The chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission, Jay Clayton, has stated on multiple occasions, whenever he was asked publicly, that the SEC does not comment on particular cryptocurrencies. This is even though he did just that in 2018 when he unofficially declared Bitcoin to be a non-security. On his last day on the job before he departed early, he files a lawsuit against Ripple and 2 of its directors for selling XRP as an unregistered security. This comes after Ripple had given nothing but uncertainty to XRP for years, even though Ripple worked virtually weekly with the SEC. Then he decided to leave the Securities and Exchange Commission and accept a position with One River, a digital asset management that focuses solely on Bitcoin and Ethereum. His decision to abandon the largest cryptocurrency litigation in the history of the Securities and Exchange Commission on his last day in office is unanimously recognized to be at best. Heinemann, director of the Division of Corporation Finance at the Securities and Exchange Commission. The actions that Bill took were astounding. For crying out loud, Heinemann came from a law firm called Simpson Thacher, which has a significant interest in Ethereum and is closely associated with it. They are members of the board of directors of the Ethereum Alliance. As a result, Heinemann has joined the SEC as Heinemann was paid more than $15 million by Simpson Thacher, his former firm, during the time that he worked for the Securities and Exchange Commission. $15 billion during his time at the SEC, it is more than 7 times his compensation. Then, even though it was in no way part of his job at the SEC, Heinemann publicly declared that Ethereum is not a security, which has caused the price of Ethereum to skyrocket both at the time and ever since. After that, Heinemann resigns from his position at the SEC and immediately returns to Simpson Thacher. To tell you the truth, it is very clear, and even employees of the Securities and Exchange Commission have described the payments that Heinemann got as deeply unsettling. It would be an understatement to say that the acting head of enforcement for the SEC, Mark Berger, this individual, Berger, is the one who filed the lawsuit on behalf of Clayton. Immediately after the lawsuit was submitted, Berger hurriedly followed Clayton and Heinemann out of the building. Do you have any idea where he ended up? We have a partner at Simpson Thacher. Drum roll, please. Ripple is shredding the Securities and Exchange Commission to pieces, which is a fortunate development, as you might expect given the hastily rushed bogus lawsuit that the SEC has filed. On the other hand, this does not make the entire situation any less revolting. The information that has been provided is not intended to be trading advice. There is no responsibility for any investments that are made based on the information that is provided on this page. Before making any decision about investments, we strongly advise conducting independent research and consulting with a knowledgeable professional.